And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to race number 14 of Season 8 of the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series. We are getting ever so close to the end of the regular season. This portion of the season known as the Chase to the Chase, and we are getting very close to that chase field being locked up. After this event, only 6 more venues, and then we find out who's going to battle it out for the championship. For time purposes, we are actually going to get these cars rolling off right now and show you your starting grid on the top of your screen and tell you everything you need to know during the pace lap. As Ian Dutta will start on the pole position. The Uper Motorsports team of Dutta and Chris Washer still looking for their first win this season. They both were 2-time winners last season, but neither one have found victory lane just yet. Ian Dutta currently finds himself running 20th in points, and this is a guy who was actually running up in the top 10 in points a couple of weeks ago, but a bit of bad luck's been coming his way, and maybe he'll be able to turn it around here today. Mitsubishi Lancer yet to go to victory lane yet since their debut in Snickers Cup Series competition, and Brandon Gonzalez lines up on the high side on the front row. Gonzalez coming into this race, make that 36th in the point standing, so he definitely needs a good run here today. The points coming into this race are as follows. Sean Galligan, after a stellar outing last weekend at Tres Riveras, he's going to beat the points leader coming into today's race by 29 points over Trent Dunham. Jace McLeod fell to 3rd in points after misfortunes last week. Ralph Mason, he is 4th in points. Charles Sanford 5th. Ashley LaPlante, Harrison Langford, Danny Wells, new rookie points leader Zachary Fitzwater, and Joshua Balkowitz. That's the top 10 in points coming into this race. Out of the drivers inside the top 10, though, only 2 have been to victory lane and have themselves spots locked up for the chase for the championship, and that's, of course, Sean Galligan and Trent Dunham. Wins count for everything in this series this season due to our new chase format. We're going to see who's going to be able to come out on top in today's event. Same number of laps here today that we ran in the Mobil1 Cup Series race, and that race ended up coming down to fuel strategy. Will we see the same thing happen here today? We're about to find out. The M&Ms 400 at M&Ms Super Speedway getting ready to be run. Green flag is out. We're underway here in Boston. It's been an all-Boston affair. We ran at South Boston for the Last of Us Late Series, and then the Mobil1 Cup Series yesterday here at M&Ms, and now capping it off with Snickers Cup Series action as Megan Atkins makes an invasive move all the way to 2nd. She's actually gotten a good run through turn 2. She's looking for the lead. And look at this. Zachary Fitzwater just took rookie points lead away from Joshua Balkowitz last week. They lined up nose to tail coming out of turn 2 there with the 91 right behind the 76. And Megan Atkins now gets the run to the inside. She's going to go to the point, but here comes Zachary Fitzwater to the bottom. The only one of the Heavy Metal Motorsports drivers that has not gotten to victory lane yet. Nathan Hudson went to victory lane a couple weeks ago in Michigan. And the team owner, Levi McIntyre, won earlier on this season at Rockingham, UK. Look at them fanning out back there, 4 wide situations. Sean Galligan making some contact there with Brandon Gonzalez, but we're still clean and green somehow, some way. And here we go, a battle not only for the lead, but maybe for the rookie points lead. These two are separated by only 7 points for the rookie points lead here, Balkowitz and Fitzwater. And then it's Tanner Sullivan, who's kind of out of sight as far as the points are concerned. It's really going to be a battle, I think, possibly between these two for who's going to be Rookie of the Year. But Fitzwater's going to win out in that battle, and here comes his teammate up the inside line, the 84 Silver Moon Red Bull Ford coming up the inside line. Nathan Hudson, already been to victory lane this season, would love to go to victory lane again. A couple of drivers working together way down the inside. That was Dylan Poteet and Kyle Corbett, unlikely allies there. Poteet out of Tweenix Racing, Kyle Corbett out of Gibbs Waltrip Mayonnaise Racing, 2 entirely different manufacturers. Speaking of manufacturers, how about Noah Hart sneaking his way up here to 2nd now? Highest running of the Audis. Audi is yet to go to victory lane this season, and they had 2 wins last season with Noah Hart and Anthony McCrory. So Hart trying to get Audi to victory lane here for what would be the 3rd straight season. He went to victory lane for them in season 6. Went to victory lane for them in season 7 along with McCrory. And oh, we got a wreck! Oh boy, someone has spun around back there, and I couldn't even tell who it was. I thought it was William Duncan, but it's not. I don't know who exactly it was, but the caution flag is out for the first time here today at M&Ms Super Speedway. And I could not pinpoint who the driver was. it almost looked like a red-blue split car, and I'm almost thinking, if I remember correctly, I think Michael Norman's running the WWE 2K14 colors this week, and that might have been his car that got spun around the middle of the pack. We'll look here. Joshua Michaels is involved. Makoto Iguchi, who had a great run last week. Charles Sanford in the MLB The Show machine. Ashley LaPlante. There's Jake Rogers. He's smoking. Joshua Collard, I believe, got clipped. I saw his car spin. James Qualls, Jessica Shelton, Charles Jackson's got some damage on his machine. Where's Norman? Ralph Mason's got damage. If we can find the 3. Yeah, there's the 3. And he is running the red and blue split colored WWE 3. But it might not have been him. I don't know who it could have been then. And oh boy. Well, our caution came out a lot later in the Mobil1 Cup Series race, and drivers came down on lap 8. Is anyone going to risk it here? Nope, nobody is, and I can't say I blame them, because if you didn't see the Mobil1 Cup Series race, a number of drivers did not come in when we had our first and only caution in the Mobil1 Cup Series event, and they paid dearly. The pit strategy did not work out for them. Everybody not willing to run the risk here in the Snickers Cup Series races. They're all coming to pit road, so we'll take the opportunity to jump back, take a look at a replay of what puts under the caution for the first time here today at M&Ms Super Speedway. Zachary Fitzwater is your current leader. Well, this incident actually happened in several places, but the first car that I saw get out of shape was actually the 24 of Kyle Matthews. There you see contact with Joshua Collard, and he turns up in front of James Qualls. Tanner Sullivan boxed in there, nowhere for him to go. And then there you see the 34 is going to get turned. Levi McIntyre goes down across the nose of Trent Dunham. They almost wrecked. Look at Sean Henley. Ooh, wow, almost ended up hitting the 70. And there you see Makoto Iguchi, Ashley LaPlante, Joshua Michaels all came back up the racetrack. I think they may have all got the pit wall or something. Charles Jackson got his damage. He got squeezed into the wall by Jessica Shelton. Someone was flipping back there. Someone went flying. Who in the world was that? Oh, that's the Sanford machine. Holy cow. Is that car on the ground? Yeah, that car is on the ground. I was going to say, if that car's flying in the air like that, that's kind of scary. There's Michaels. Bob Jones was collected. Didn't see that he was in there. There's Shelton. And she squeezed Charles Jackson up into the wall. And I believe Jake Rogers rear-ended the 54. And that's caused internal damage on his Doritos Ford. We got to jump back here. Makoto Iguchi, Joshua Michaels, Ashley LaPlante, Charles Sanford. They all had something really bad happen to them. Okay, so I believe the incident's going to start with the 25. Oh, wow. I think I have a feeling where this is going. I've seen this before at this track. There you see, Michaels gets into LaPlante. LaPlante's car actually wheel hops there and then slams straight into that portion of the wall, and that just shoots the cars right back up into traffic. And the one that's going to get tagged right there, Charles Sanford gets tagged, and so does Makoto Iguchi. And oh, don't tell me that Sanford. Did Sanford actually? Oh, I'll bet you he did. Oh my goodness, I'll bet you when he got clipped, I'll bet you it turned his car straight down into that pit wall entrance. Yep, that's exactly what it did. Right here is going to come the hit, gets clipped, car goes into a slide, he tries to save it, and he can't miss the pit wall. Look at this. Oh man, and that's why he went flipping, because he got nailed from behind by Bob Jones. And that car just kind of did a stationary barrel roll. I've never seen that. I mean, good lord. Normally they start barrel rolling in a direction. That car stayed right in the same general area and was just doing a break dance, if you will. And immediately teleports to pit road. Boy, and looking at this from the points-wise, this is going to involve a couple of high runners in points. Sanford and LaPlante came in 5th and 6th in points. And they've been collected in this. Charles Jackson, 11th in points. Jessica Shelton, 13th in points. As a matter of fact, Joshua Michaels and Bob Jones came in 14th and 15th. A number of drivers that were going to try and work their way up into the top 10 in the standings involved in this early caution. So we are under our first yellow of the day. Let's jump back now for the restart and see who's going to be able to continue. So after pit stops, Zachary Fitzwater's team was the fastest, and they got him off pit road first, so he'll restart as the leader, came in as the leader, and has basically led most of this event so far. Dylan Pote got out second, Noah Hart's third, William Duncan fourth, fifth is Kyle Corbett, sixth Dougie Shears, seventh will be Sean Henley, his teammate James McLeod in eighth, Trent Dunham runs ninth, and Nathan Hudson is 10th, and it's Citadino in 11th, 12th, Danny Wells, 13th, Harrison Langford, Cody Lamas 14th, Isaac Canepa 15th. Rest of the top 20 are Levi McIntyre, Chris Washer, Sean Galligan, Alex May, and James Silverfox. So as we move back up here to the front, Zachary Fitzwater will lead us back to green. Drivers that are not going to be taking this green flag are as follows: Jake Rogers, Charles Sanford, Ashley LaPlante, Joshua Michaels, Makoto Gucci, and Bob Jones. So as we get back green, Dylan Poteet immediately jumps down to the bottom. Is he going to be on the inside of the 76 when we get into 1? Yes, he is. So Dylan Poteet immediately goes to the front. And one thing that we saw in the Mobil1 Cup Series race yesterday was all the Turner cars seemed to be up at the front. Well, a number of those Turner drivers are drivers for Tweenix Racing here in today's event. And I'm seeing a number of them up here at the front. A number of those Tweenix cars. Poteet's up here, Danny Wells, Sean Henley, and James McLeod. Actually, that's all 4 of the Tweenix cars. And they all restarted inside the top 15 here. One driver we should keep an eye on too, we saw him restarting back in 20th, James Silverfox. He won the Mobil1 Cup Series race here yesterday. He may be trying to go for the M&Ms sweep here today, and maybe for the first time putting Audi in victory lane. He and Tanner Sullivan, the only 2 that have yet to put Audi in victory lane. McCrory and Noah Hart did it last season. And Fitzwater goes right back to the point. He'll take the lead back from Dylan Poteet. Meanwhile, let's take a look further back, see where a couple of other drivers in the points are running. How about Trent Dunham in the 1? We know his rather distaste for restrictor plate tracks, but he's doing pretty well right now, currently running in the 8th position behind Noah Hart, just in front of Harrison Langford. And looking pretty good is the Sega number 1 out of Sega Motorsports. Saw Sean Galligan, I think he's kind of fallen back a little bit, has the 44. He's back now in the 28th position. I don't know if this is strategy or not. He's back here with the pole sitter, Ian Dutta. The car appears to be up to speed. I don't know if he just lost the draft or what's the case. As you see, Ralph Mason is also back here. This could be strategy, but I don't know for certain. All these other drivers back here, I believe, are damaged from that earlier incident. There's Kyle Matthews. There's Jessica Shelton, way off the pace. And the battle's on for the lead again. Dylan Poteet and Zachary Fitzwater putting on quite a show here for the fans as they continue to battle for position number 1. And it's interesting, too, as these two have been able to wage their own 1v1 battle. Nobody's really run them down to be able to challenge them for second. They always seem to be able to slide right back in line in second place, and then they mount the charge on their opponent. There you see Kyle Corbett got a run on Fitzwater. Now, will he be able to do something with it, or will Fitzwater get back to the bumper of the Vizio Chevrolet? Poteet's hoping and praying his teammate James McLeod's going to be able to get up here. McLeod right now in the 4th position. And here comes Fitzwater again. These two got a little bit of a one-upsmanship thing going on right now. I can pass you, you can pass me, I can pass you better. And they're continuing to do it. They've done this for the last 3 laps or so. Meanwhile, how about last week's winner, Jacob Lawler? He's now working his way up here. There he is, now almost into the top 10. Picked up the win last week at Tres Riveras, dominated the race, led every single lap. He's moved himself up to 26th in points, the defending champion trying to work his way up to what would be his 3rd win of his career and 2nd of the season. Actually, it would be back-to-back wins. Right ahead of him there is Chris Washer. Whoa, William Duncan almost wrecked Trent Dunham there, a little close for comfort. And Poteet went wicked wide there in that corner. He's lost a lot of ground now. So Fitzwater to the point, and now we'll have to see who's going to take over Dylan Poteet's place as far as running down and passing the 76. It could be Kyle Corbett in the 56. It's been a long time since Corbett's been to victory lane. Auto Club of last season. He was a rookie then, a veteran now, and trying to look for his 2nd career win. Chris Washer right behind him, and look who else has snuck up into the top 5. Anthony McCrory out of Kyotech Racing is now up in the 4th position, with Jacob Lawler right behind. Right now, as things stand, an Audi would not make the chase for the championship when 2 of them made it last season. They need to get to victory lane, and McCurry trying to do that here at Coca-Cola. Working right now with his NCG MRS affiliate, Chris Washer. Both out of different teams, but sometimes it doesn't really matter what team you're from. There are a lot of other underlying alliances that can happen here. Dylan Potte's been able to work his way back to the inside line. He's coming back up to the front, going underneath of William Duncan. That would be for the 5th position right now. Speaking of William Duncan, there he is. Having a great run right now. His teammate Dylan Young, though, is kind of nowhere to be found. We haven't talked about the two at all today. Actually, wait a minute. There he is. There's the Dr. Pepper colors. Dylan Young right now, well, he was 15th last time by, and he won't be this time by because they're coming to pit road, and they almost just wrecked coming to pit road. Megan Atkins and Brandon Gonzalez almost wrecked with each other. So Washer, Duncan, Atkins, Gonzalez, Balkowitz, Dylan Young will go through here. You find him. If you're in this pack, you're pitting. Alex May's got damage now. I think he just ran into the back of somebody coming to pit road. A little bit of a rookie mistake there. From Sullivan, Jackson, a number of other drivers that were running near the back, and now it's a 4-car breakaway at the front, but these drivers still have yet to pit. Fitzwater, Lawler, Poteet, and McCurry. Will we see them come in this time? See if anybody makes the indication to pit road, and Fitzwater's coming. They're all coming. Everyone that didn't pit last time is pitting this time. And one driver is actually staying out. I believe that's the 60 of Levi McIntyre. Yes, it is. But he scored in 36th. I think he may be a lap down. Yeah, he is. He and Cody Lamas, actually, both are already scored a lap down. I think they actually may have pitted earlier than everybody else. Where's the 48? Well, there's Cody. Cody's on pit road. But he's being scored a lap down. Did something happen to him? He's just sitting on pit road right now. Something, I think, happened to the 48, and I don't know what it was. As we're looking at Chris Washer, Washer is the guy that we're watching right now, see if he's going to be able to come around, cycle around as the leader or not. He was up in the lead pack before everybody started making pit stops. He was actually the first of the drivers to hit pit road. But something amiss on the 48 of Cody Lamas, and I'm not exactly sure what it was. We'll see if we have an ample opportunity to go back, look at a replay. And I don't think Washer's going to come out as the leader. Zachary Fitzwater, Jacob Lawler come out way ahead of the 10, and that looks like these two are going to be battling for what's going to be the lead once things cycle around. Lawler now to the point. And we'll see if the official scoring will put the Great Clip Chevy Camaro on the point. We'll try and give you a rundown here. Crossing the stripe, now we're at the halfway point, and Lawler is indeed scored as the leader. Fitzwater would be second, Washer third, Dunham fourth, McCurry fifth, sixth is McLeod, Poteet in seventh, Henley eighth, and the rest of the top 10 are Balkowitz and Nathan Hudson. 11th would be Brandon Gonzalez, 12th Dylan Young, 13th Megan Atkins, 14th is Dougie Shears, 15th William Duncan. The rest of the top 20, Corbett, Citadino, Noah Hart, Cole Daly, and Isaac Canepa. Silver Fox, our Mobil1 Cup Series winner, is 21st. 22nd, Harrison Langford. 23rd, Ralph Mason. Norman, 24th. Danny Wells, 25th. 26th, Levi McIntyre. James Qualls is 27th. 28th, Collard. Galligan is in 29th, and Charles Jackson 30th. Kyle Matthews 31st. Ian Dutta is all the way back in 32nd, is the pole sitter. Tanner Sullivan 33rd. Alex May without a hood now after we saw his hood was buckled when he came to pit road. He's now 34th. 35th is Jessica Shelton, and I believe the only car that's one lap down right now is Cody Lamas. Actually, I don't know if Cody's even back on track. Is the 48 back on track? He's still sitting on pit road in 36th place. Well, things are kind of settled out right at the moment, so let's take the opportunity to quickly go back, see what happened to Cody Lamas, and then we'll come back to live actions. We're past the halfway point. Jacob Lawler trying to become a back-to-back winner here in season number 8 in the Snickers Cup, and definitely secure himself a spot in the chase for the championship, but still a long ways to go. Well, this happened coming to pit road, and this could possibly explain why Alex May had a buckle on his hood as well. Cody Lamas was at the time running in the 11th position. Everybody is scrambling to pit road, trying to make sure they don't speed. And Alex just kind of Well, I don't think he knew Cody was coming to his pit stall there. And, oh, Ian Dutta got a piece of that too. That might be why Ian Dutta's off the pace. And look how Cody pulls into his pit stall. The car starts teleporting and skating around to back up to his pit stall, and they may have broken something underneath that 48 trying to back it up into that pit stall. But Alex May just blocked Cody Lamas out of his pit stall there, apparently coming to pit road. So some pit road confusion happening here at M&Ms. Let's head back now to live action. Cody Lamas not having a good day, but his teammate Jacob Lawler is leading the way. As we're back here, lap 22 was just put on the board. And that'll give us a total of 13 laps to go. An interesting question is, will these drivers have to pit again? I don't know. I'm trying to remember when they came to pit road. I think it was lap 15. Which means if it's a 15-lap window, they're going to have to pit at least one more time, somewhere in the range of between 5 and 3 to go. So it could be the money stop. Who knows? Right now, it's Jacob Lawler, the leader. Zachary Fitzwater, second. They've opened up quite a distance between themselves and the third-place car of Trent Dunham. McCrory in fourth, and then there's a battle going on here for fifth. A lot of contenders here. Chris Washer, Dylan Poteet, McLeod, Henley, Dylan Young, Dougie Shears. I see Brandon Gonzalez, Megan Atkins, Nathan Hudson, Joshua Balkowitz, Noah Hart, and Kyle Corbett starting to catch up to this as well. These guys seem to want to battle for a spot inside the top 5. However, Trent Dunham and Anthony McCurry seem more content to run nose to tail and try and see if they can run down the duo of Jacob Lawler and Zachary Fitzwater, which they're not exactly doing with much success. Last time by, Trent Dunham was 3.44 seconds off of the top 2. Let's see what happens this time around. Have they closed up on them at all? As someone's leaving pit road. I don't know who it is. We'll find out in a minute if we can. This time by 3.36. Well, they cut it down by about 8/100ths, but that's not exactly going to get it done. And I'm wondering if the car I just heard leaving pit road might be Cody Lamas. And indeed it is. So Cody Lamas will come back on track. He's 36th, though. Right now he has officially scored 6 laps down to the leader. Alex May has also been put a lap down to the leaders. And, oh, cars on pit road. Kyle Matthews, and I think that was Joshua Collard. And here comes some more. Tanner Sullivan, Ian Dutta, and Fitzwater will give up second. So they are going to have to pit again. Oh, I don't like this group of cars coming down here. Something's going to give. Someone else going to get boxed out of their pit stall. Oh. They're almost boxing each other out, but looks like they're all going to make it. Oh, Michael Norman came flying onto pit road. So did Shelton and Alex May. So the leader is right there, Jacob Lawler. And he's going to have to pit at least one more time as well. So we'll see what happens here. I believe now they're going to be able to make it the rest of the way after this pit stop. And we've gone clean and green this entire race, too. Oh, no, we haven't. Wow, that was a fail. We've had one caution, which still is quite a good thing here at M&Ms, but still, we have had a caution. I only just went back and did a replay of a big wreck with Sam for flipping in a stationary position, but no, we had no cautions whatsoever. Jacob Lawler making his pit stop. Trent Dunham was on pit road. Ralph Mason now coming in. John Cittadino was also on the pit lane. Now let's see now if maybe these pit stops are going to not only cycle the field around, but bunch them back up, because they were really spread out. At least the top 2 definitely were, of Lawler and Fitzwater. Let's see if there's... Whoa, wait a minute, Fitzwater! What in the world happened to him? He's still on pit road again. Oh, don't tell me he got boxed out of his pit stall and had to teleport. And he had such a strong car here today. Oh boy. That's probably going to be a heartbreaker right there. Lawler out in front, though. They're going to cycle around here real quickly. We're going to quickly jump back, see what happened to Fitzwater, because that's a big player in today's race involved in something. Again, another incident on pit road. And we could have very well kept you with live action and gone to the NNSCRA split cam, but guess what? I'm too lazy to do the split cam this time. So we're going to take a look here during the replay of what happens here. Fitzwater had completed his service. He's going to leave pit road. And the car that's coming down, I think that's Alex May. So the second time today, Alex May basically screws somebody over on pit road. First it was Cody Lamas, and now it's Zachary Fitzwater. Alex May not making too many friends here at M&Ms, and Fitzwater, as I said, was running in second place, and he gets moved out of his pit stall and then boxed in behind Megan Atkins and had to teleport back to his pit stall. He is not going to be happy with Alex May. We could have a little rookie rivalry here in the works right now, because Alex May is not doing his best in making friends out there, or if he's trying to make enemies, he's doing a pretty doggone good job. Welcome back to live action as Jacob Lawler continues to lead the way, and he now has some lap cars between himself and second. He's got teammate Cody Lamas and Tanner Sullivan before we get back to Trent Dunham in third. Fourth place, Sean Henley, or actually I think that's second. Yeah, second place Trent Dunham, my apologies. Third place, Sean Henley. Fourth place, Brandon Gonzalez. Fifth place, Noah Hart. And sixth place, Dougie Shears. Then you got Ian Dutta, another lap car. Then you got Citadino in seventh. Eighth, Corbett. Ninth place is James McLeod. Nathan Hudson completes the top 10. And then there's this whole gaggle of cars back here trying to get into the top 10. Cole Valley, Poteet, Silver Fox, his teammate McCurry, Isaac Canepa. So as far as these pit stops helping the field bunch back up, nope, it didn't happen. And Fitzwater continues to sit on pit road. This could have very well been his day to go to victory lane and have all three of the Heavy Metal Motorsports cars have a victory this season, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Lawler leading the way. Now here's an interesting thing though. These guys back here are actually kind of working together. There's no Hart stepping out of line, but these five have actually been kind of single file for the last few laps or so. And they're trying to catch Jacob Lawler, and now Lawler's going to lose one of his defense blockades. Cody Lamas coming to pit road. Now look at how quickly these guys are moving. Last time by, how far back were they? 2.59. Now last time they were about 3.5 before we had the caution. So they've cut it down to about a second. And they're still trying to chip away at Jacob Lawler's advantage. And Lawler doesn't really have any friends out there right now, because there's a gap between himself and Tanner Sullivan. So if that group is able to stick together and get up to his back bumper, Jacob Lawler's going to be a sitting duck, but they're going to have 3 laps to do it in when we hit the stripe, and they got to find a way around Tanner Sullivan now that's going to hold up their progress. They go to the bottom to get by the slower Marines Audi of Tanner Sullivan, and now they got to really work. Let's take a look at the scoring chart. Oh, wait a minute. Look, they're visibly closing now. 1.5. They closed it up big time. Lawler's in deep trouble. Trent Dunham, Sean Henley, Noah Hart, Brandon Gonzalez trying to work together to catch Jacob Lawler. And they are catching him visibly. Oh boy. This is going to shape up to be quite interesting now. I thought Lawler was running away with this thing, but he has no friends out there helping him turn these laps. And now he's got a teammate up ahead here, Kyle Matthews. Is Matthews going to help him? Lawler trying to get to the inside. Oh, almost some contact there. And here comes another pack, but Noah Hart peels off to come to pit road. Oh, now the big question has to be asked. Do these drivers have enough fuel to get to the end? Here comes Trent Dunham with buddy Sean Henley. They're going to go to the point. Trent Dunham trying to pick up his 3rd win of the season. He's already locked up a chase spot. Sean Henley has not locked up a spot yet. He doesn't have a win. Who wants it more? I'll bet it'd be the 57. Would he be willing to push Trent Dunham to the win, or is he going to go for it himself? But the question as well is, do these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end? Are they going to risk it? Next time by, it's the white flag. So why not go for it? Here comes Sean. He's going to try and do it. To the inside. Is anybody coming to the pit lane? Everybody decides to stay out. Do they have enough fuel to get to the end? Noah Hart was not able to make it at the stripe. Who led that lap? Henley by a splitter. Here we go. This is the final lap here. Henley moves to the inside. He'll take the lead. Trent Dunham into second. Lawler now coming back, making it a three-dog fight for the win. And Danny Wells is coming back off of pit road. He just made a pit stop. This could be trouble if they catch up to him. Can Trent Dunham make a move on Sean Henley? Or will Lawler spoil the party? Oh, he's looking as Trent. Here comes Trent to the bottom. Is he going to get drafting help from Lawler? Here we go. Trent Dunham low, Sean Henley high, lap traffic ahead. Drag race to the stripe. Who's going to get it? Oh, it's so close, but Henley hangs on. Sean Henley just barely beats out Trent Dunham, and he's going to pick up his first win of the season. Oh my goodness. Trent Dunham timed it perfectly. He had the drafting help, but he just couldn't quite get the Viagra Chevrolet at the line, and Sean Henley is going to go to victory lane. Second of the Tweenix drivers to go to victory lane this season, and Henley, 16th in points. We could be looking at one of our competitors in the chase. And you think about yesterday, too, in the Mobil1 Cup Series race, he was one of the dominant cars there. But he ended up having pit strategy not go his way. Well, it went his way today. How close did he beat Trent Dunham by? They're saying 2 100ths. Man. Unbelievable. Why don't we get ourselves a still shot of that finish? Because that was mighty close. And there's the still shot of the finish. 2 100ths of a second, and that was mighty close. What an unbelievable race this was, and what a great run by that 57 team of Sean Henley. Former Snickers Cup Series champion, maybe trying to go for his second championship of his Snickers Cup Series career. But nonetheless, this race is complete. Trent Dunham, I don't know where Sean Galligan finished, but Trent Dunham could maybe take the points lead back. He was 24, or make that 29 points out. Finishes second today. Galligan I don't think finished far enough down. But Trent Dunham's going to cut into that points lead quite a bit, though. But I think Galligan's still going to survive with the points lead after today's race. But what an unbelievable race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. If you did enjoy this race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. Here comes your official results. Overall points, stands, and rookie points heading into our next venue, which I'm trying to remember where we're going, and I can't seem to. I want to say Rockingham, North Carolina, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. You'll find out when we get there. Be sure to also follow the NNSCRA Racing Series on social media, on Facebook and on Twitter. The links to those places are in the description. There's a lot of Season 9 stuff going on over on Facebook you'll want to check out as well. You have been watching a production on the NNSCRA, Offline Racing at its best. We'll see you guys next time.